Good morning. How are you? It is still morning, right? Oh, 10:45, right on time. Well, which one is this? Oh, yes, Shambles Cubed. Welcome to Shambles Cubed. Our shambles are in shambles. I love that word. You ever notice how if you say a word that's not particularly strange, if you say it several times in a row, it will then sound like another language. Hey, Dawn Marie, how you doing? Clancy, good morning. Liza, how are you? Alaska, first in the door, you're the door holder. I apologize for yesterday, you guys. I'm so bad. I saw Queen Bee was going to go live with some dirt on MGL, and I thought, well, damn, I think I want to hear her talk more than I want to talk. But I'm sorry for anybody who was, well, like, I know it's very strange to expect, well, at least in my case, it should be, to expect that you're going to see a thumbnail that I'm going to go live, and then I actually go live at that said time. I've been known in the past to occasionally reschedule at the last minute. I really try not to do that unless it's, family or something. But I must confess, yesterday, that was all just Lisa being, I'm being a little bit of a nosy Ned. So, oh, and Clancy, I did see your comment. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm really behind on the comments. Inquiring about who Prayer Garden of America is. Well, I'm sure you've probably gathered by now that she's not a former, she didn't wear the habit, we'll just say that. Yeah. She's YouTube's favorite geriatric gangster. Yes, all done for the Lord. Yeah, everything she does is for Jesus and summer whales. Not really, but PG, sit down, STFU. It's not time for you yet, bitch. Hello, BJ Marshall. Why were you surprised to see me in Shannon's? I love Shannon. I love me some Shannon. Which, by the way, I'm going a little bit out of order here, but since I just saw that comment from Clancy, does anybody know? Hey, Grandma Sherry, how are you? Does anybody know if Savage is her channel? Is it up again? Listen, I have no doubt Shannon and all the ladies, they are the OGs here, okay? 10 years of dealing with this shit. I'm pretty sure I would be institutionalized if I had to navigate this dump for 10 years. So I have no doubt that whatever the reason is for her channel being dark, she might have stepped away for some reason. But I promise you, she ain't out. No way. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, so Fairy Dust, good morning. How are you? I don't believe her channel is gone. I believe whatever it is, it was of her own accord. And I'm sure, listen, I've done it. I'm speaking as someone who's done it. I'm not saying that, Savage did what I did, but she, like I said, she and Shannon, Pirate, Val, they are the OGs. They are the women who paved the way for the rest of us to talk about all the dirtbags. So have no fear. I don't know what's happened. It's really not my business. Because if she wanted us to know her reasoning behind whatever's going on, believe you me, she's got people that can give us that information. So whatever it is, just sit tight, and I'm sure all will become clear at some point. But girl, until you get back, we love you. We miss you. Be well, whatever's going on. Hi, Crazy Nurse. How you doing? Oh, boy. Well, My goodness, I've never known a place besides possibly a mental asylum where well, not that I know one of those, but I've watched a lot of movies. Crazy Nurse can probably, she can vouch for this. I think the only other place where you would see this kind of up and down and crash and burn and crash and burn. Oh my God. I'm always pondering what the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh, Prissy, do you see, do you have some little wrenches by your name? Grandma Sherry, I would tend to agree. There, whatever it is, I have no doubt that it was by choice, by design. So Prissy, just let me know if you're good on that. Okay, perfect. In fact, I told Prissy before I came in here, I texted her and she said she had something else to do. She was going to be here for a little while. But then she was going to step away to do something. And I was like, girl, don't even, like, Prissy's one of these very nice people who, she likes to support her friends, even when it might come at her own expense. So I told her, I'm like, girl, please do what you need to do. Don't worry about this dumb live. It's not like I'm trying to broker a peace accord between the Israelis and the Palestinians, although that might be easier. And I did ask Prissy to see if she had a wrench when she came in, which is a perfect segue into this. I keep hearing that one of the pimps that we're going to talk about, metaphorically, of course. I don't believe he's a real pimp. I keep hearing that we're going to call it America's Next Top Mod. Yes, you heard it here first. Y'all are welcome to use it, but just give me credit at least once. I was the inventor. I coined the term when Mallory was doing her St. Jude sidewalk telethon. I coined the phrase "fupa necklace." So, with this, just give me props where props are due at least once for America's Next Top Mod. Apparently, you've got to either write a check or give a super chat, or I don't know. Can you trade EBT reloads? But apparently, some of his mods have to pay for a cartoon wrench, which made me think, bitch, if I have to pay for a wrench, you see this right here? Do you see what that says? Cartier. If I have to pay for a wrench on your channel, it better come in a red velvet Cartier bag, okay? How stupid! Who the fuck do these people think they are? Like, my God, the inmates are running the asylum, that's for damn sure. Let me get my little list, because I'm so like veering from my charted path. You know what happens when I do that? Would y'all be interested in a Lisa's Favorite Things episode? The only reason I'm asking is because I've had a couple people ask me about like what I use on my face. So this morning I remembered and I threw some things in my little goodie basket. So here's what I use on my face. And because I cannot buy one of anything, and I didn't actually buy these in the store, I just found them on Amazon. When I was actually looking for NARS Hot Stone Illuminator, and this came up in the results. And I could still I bought 3. I could probably buy one more for what one NARS product cost. And here's the great news. This, to me, is superior to the NARS cult favorite Illuminator. I know it's hard to see. It is L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. And I use this as like a tinted moisturizer, and I mix all three colors. And I think there's actually a fourth color. There's extra light, light, medium, dark. Okay, so there's that. And then because it's summertime and in Florida, oh my God, you got to be really, you have to be very choosy if you wear fragrance, what you wear, because my God, when it all starts sliding off your body like like a liquid volcano, because it's, you're walking out into an oven basically in Florida. Sometimes what smells good when it goes on does not smell quite as pleasant when it rolls off, which reminds me, the other morning as I was getting ready to go to the wedding that I told y'all I was going to, that was amazing. I have to say, it was truly one of the most beautiful weddings I've ever been to. Hey, headstones and headlines. I believe you should also have a little blue cartoon wrench next to your name. So as I was packing my bags on Friday, I have a tray that I keep on top of my jewelry box in the bathroom. And I was in a hurry, and the tray has like 10 bottles of perfume on it, like, my favorites. Well, don't you know that one slid right off, broke into 1,000 pieces all over my floor. Thank God it was the cheapest one on the tray, oh, thank you. But I have to say, the upside, my bathroom still smells amazing. So, because I didn't have that one to use, which was Laura Mercier, some kind of mint and jasmine. It was gorgeous, perfect for Florida in the summer. I put this on, which smells very similar. I think it's bamboo. Yes, Bamboo and Jasmine by Nest. And this big bottle right here, this is cheap. This is maybe 30, 35 bucks, and a little goes a long way. So there you have it. Oh yes, and my Jeffree Star lipstick. I've never used Jeffree Star until lately, but I have to say, he makes very nice products. Hey, Real Lady Justice, how are you? Oh, you're driving? Okay, well, please be safe. Don't do it, Betty. Oh my goodness, Cosmos. What a coinkydink that you would say that, because I am going to talk about Dirtbag Dolly in this, and Dolly loves my shoes. So I thought I would show him these, because I'm not doing a video, so you're not going to see, like, I'm just in torn up jeans and a tank top, like I always wear. But I thought I'd show Dolly my shoes before I start reading them for filth. And they just happened to, minus the Band-Aid that's stuck on the inside. Good God. Yes, Dolly, I wore these for you. And they're Yves Saint Laurent. So I do need some of that Rude University. Is it for college kids? I will definitely check it out. Hey, Live with Chrissy, how are you? Oh, yes, oh my God, Prada candy. But not the first one. The one that comes in it's hot pink and black on the, like, pink like that. Okay, so anyway, I know the couple boys that are in here, the males, I shouldn't say boys. When I say boys, you guys, you know what I mean. I'm sure they don't give a shit about my shoes and our perfume and lipsticks and blah, blah, blah. So, but I promise, I'll do Elisa's favorite things, because I love to do that. Like, when I find something I love, I like to share it and tell people. Okay, pardon me one moment while I consult my list. I'm not going to need to read the copyright disclaimer, because I'm not playing anybody's video. No, I'm just going to talk shit on them from notes and off the cuff. Okay, let me find a pen so I can scratch off the things we've already discussed. Okay, America's Next Top Mod. We talked about Savage. I think we'll talk for a second about Laura. before we go to Dirtbag Dolly. Laura. You know, you may possibly be someone who is as miserable as Bullscorn Betty. I mean, obviously in a different type of way, but God, you're one of those malcontents, always bitching and whining and moaning about, you know, everybody else that you're far superior to. Yeah, okay, you do you, girl. That's cool. Trust me. You're right, Laura. You're the smartest, you're the hottest, the thinnest, right? I think that what you said about Joneson was disgusting, and I don't know who the hell you think you are to be talking. You think you can wear my jeans, Laura? I promise you, you couldn't get the leg of my jeans on your arm. So it's all relative. So I guess it made you feel good and made you, it lifted you up to shit talk another woman who and listen, I don't know Joneson at all, except the interaction I've had with her at Queen Bee's and the few times I've gone into her channel. And that's just because oftentimes when she's live, I'm doing something else and I can't go in the chat. But you just seem to be one of these hater bitches who, like, you're from Molly's tribe, right? Y'all can't say anything nice about another woman. I'm pretty sure that much like Molly, if I had to guess, I would say that, you know, y'all probably have the same metric that you use when picking. I'm not going to say friends because I don't believe any of you bitches has ever had a real friend or been a real friend. You are just a bunch of, God, like twisted up people who think this shit is real life. I don't get it. How do you get so like twisted up inside over people that you don't know? And what did Joneson do to you? I mean, because as far as I know, she seems to be pretty universally liked. And quite coincidentally, and I didn't know this until about 10 minutes before I walked in here, Dolly's little problem with all the mods defecting. Well, my understanding was they went to Joneson to tell their story, call it whatever you want, very much by design, because they wanted someone that they felt would be non-judgmental and would let them tell their truth, whatever that is, or their story, call it what you want. Gee, I'm so surprised they wouldn't have picked you, Laura. I mean, forget about the fact that you can't go live for a week or 10 days, whatever it is. But I'm sure Kick is like waiting with open arms for you. God, maybe you and Manatee Molly can, you know, collab. Oh, I heard they also finally figured out that little crypto conversion. Hey, Menace to Sobriety, how you doing? Oh, Menace to Sobriety, everyone in the chat, please give Menace to Sobriety mad props, not only for having his own great channel, but for making the fabulous intro for yours truly. Hi, Running Bear. No, you're right. I don't hold back. And here's the thing. I'm sure there's plenty of people that think I'm a horrid, wretched bitch. What maybe I am. But I truly only speak about people that I find gross for legit reasons. Like, it's not just because I don't like the sound of that bitch's voice, which trust me, I don't. I mean, it makes me want to gouge my eardrums out with like a sharp implement. I don't know that a big pen would do it, but I would damn sure try. A spork, I have little tiny ears, so I'm sure the eardrums are also very tiny. Hey, London girl, how you doing? Hey, Kathy B, how are ya? Tia Marie, how are you? Running Bear, Earth, my girl, how are ya? Anybody I missed, I apologize. Hey, Snickerdoodle, I'm never ignoring anybody. I'm just not great at talking and looking at chat, and I'm old. What can I tell you? Look, that's why I have to do this. I have to make here's the good news. When I make notes, we have moved from an 8.5 by 11 to, well, maybe a 5 by 8. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, it was really, Laura, it was gross. I know I talk about Betty's appearance, but Betty is a hateful, wretched, awful bitch. So sorry, her hair and her homeless appearance, that's just a gift that she gives us. If you don't want to open that gift, well, then by all means don't, but I will. And I don't know, you just seem to be a really miserable biatch. And it's not because I've gone, I will confess in full disclosure, I have not gone to her channel and listened to her. I cannot take the sound of her voice. I simply cannot. But I would never hold someone's voice alone. The fact that it gives me the willies. I would never judge a person by that and that alone. But yeah, you're gross. I mean, after the little recording that came out about you and the ex-boyfriend, where you called your 4-year-old, what did she call her? Flirty or something? I mean, I'm sorry. No, you're not for me. And trust me when I tell you, I'm not for you. I don't want anything to do with your tribe. Okay. Y'all are a bunch of just miserable bitches. Who I've never heard any of these people say a nice thing about anyone. And if they do, I promise you, it's only because the wheels up here are turning and there's something they want to get in return. Maybe not at that moment in time, but hey, Burden of Proof, how are you? Cat squalls. Speaking of that, who in the hell was I listening to yesterday that had legit cats going at it in the background? First, I was like, wow, they need to go get their baby. Their baby's crying because, cats. Hey, Coco, how are you? Long time no see, girl. Get ready, Coco. First Monday in May. The Met Ball. Am I crazy, or did they change the theme to the Met Ball? Because last year, right after Karl Lagerfeld died, I swear to you, they said that the next Met Ball was going to be an homage to all things Chanel and Lagerfeld. And now I don't believe it is. I saw the other day that was no longer the theme. So anyway, I have tried to stay away from Laura because just for that reason. I think she's like Betty and Molly, birds of a feather. And these people street fight, they cage match, they want to go, real life. I'm sorry, you need mental health and probably medication. If you are so invested and torn up and wrapped up in YouTube that you can't put the YouTube down when you end broadcast, get help. Okay. It's just insane to me. I don't get it. This is a hobby for me. I don't give a shit about money on here. Even when I was here the last time, I made, I think, $25.85 or so, something stupid like that. And truthfully, I don't want to give the IRS like any reason at all to pay any more attention to my tax return than they do anybody else's. And things like that, like making small amounts of money on like my husband, put it this way, my husband's thoughts on it are, hey, if you're making six figures, but yeah, by all means, keep monetize. But for making some piddly amounts of money, you just never want to give the IRS anything else to pay attention to. And that's not because, trust me when I tell you, my husband is the guy who puts the shopping cart back in the corral without fail. Me, I just put that thing up on the closest curb because I don't want it running in anybody's car. But I'm like my husband, he is a rule follower, which is probably why we enjoy the life we do. So that it's all of that is to say, this is a hobby. It's never been about money. I'm sure it's never going to be about money. And the other thing, even more than something to use to fill up some of my time in a constructive way. Listen, everybody has a useless talent, and this is mine. Dragging and reading people for filth without speaking in crayon. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. But more than that, I love the, don't they call it like a parasocial relationship? Which I hate that term because it sounds like parasite, which is gross. And I just hate that term. But I very much enjoy looking forward to going to the places you normally go, talking to the people you normally talk to, and just the interaction. I mean, this is how it's done these days. That's what it is for me. I wouldn't cross the street to look up, look into, and or harass another creator or sub on this platform. So if I'm talking about you, it's because I've finally, there's something that tips the balance and makes me decide that I'm going to speak on you. And there you have it. There's my thoughts on Laura. Shame on you. I'm not gonna break down your appearance. And trust and believe, if I wanted to, I could. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't need to do that. Because I don't know you like that. I don't want to know you like that. You are nobody to me. You're irrelevant. But since you've done all these things, it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to talk about these other dirtbags, why am I not going to comment on her? So I know what people say about you. I may even laugh about it, but I'm not going to do it. Okay. So that's that. Enough of my time on her. Grandma Sherry, you know what? Let me tell you something. Her comment says you crack me up. I come from, I would like to think, a long line of funny people. Like my family, they're the people that if they're sitting at a bar, they'll strike up a conversation or the next person will. And yeah, you're gonna walk away from that conversation saying, damn, that was entertaining. That's all. I love doing that. I like to make people laugh. If I can make people laugh at the expense of a really shitty, nasty bitch, all the better. Okay. All right. So now that we're done with that lovely, pleasant lady, on to Dolly. You know, I've noticed something. I've known this for a long time, and it's true in real life as well as YouTube. It seems to me that the lower the IQ, the more explosive the anger and the reaction that is usually disproportionate to what has been said or done. Just think, that's what I call thinking and speaking in crayon. I don't do that. Oh, T. Marie, yes, I do have notes. I'm old. I have to. I cannot remember shit. It's just an unfortunate part of, oh yes, notes, girl, I got notes. Are you kidding me? Look, like I have notes. My notes have notes. Okay, Dolly. You need to find a fucking support group, okay? There's one out there for you. Probably multiple. Oh God. Listen up, ladies, because I believe that's most of his audience. That's who I'm going to speak to. Don't ever. Well, you do what you want, but it is never a good idea to give anyone compromising pictures of yourself. And I don't know what it's going to take for you idiot women out there to get a clue. If it looks like an oversexed duck and it walks like an oversexed duck and it talks and it quacks like an oversexed duck, it is. Where there's smoke, there's usually a giant ass bonfire, especially here on YouTube. Hey, Buttercup baby, how you doing? What is wrong with you? Do y'all need glasses? Do you need what? I like, truly, it does. It leaves me speechless. I'm not usually speechless. How effing desperate do you have to be? And I've never understood Mel. I don't know Mel. Mel, here's what I would say to you. You're beautiful. That accent on this side of the pond, it's like when we hear it, it's like meeting a unicorn. It's just, and I'm sure it's the same way when the Americans go over there. There's just something about it that people are drawn to. And my goodness, when you're attractive and you have that lovely accent, honey, if you are looking for a man on this side of the pond, girl, there are so many that you will not have to buy their Happy Meal when you go to McDonald's on your date. What? If there's any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, apparently, all of the mods who've defected, that's why we're having America's Next Top Mod. But the mods who defected were on Jones's panel last night. Jones was having her own support group therapy session for the ousted, defected mods. And what I have heard, because I did listen to Queen Bee's from last night, I got about, well, maybe an hour and a half in. And someone was I'm sorry, I can't remember the woman's name, but she was in Jones's episode from the night before. And she was saying that Mel apparently was playing undercover agent and was kind of, well, what do they call that? Entrapment. When we have Tragedy Pimp Court, I think entrapment, Dolly, we'll call that an affirmative defense for you. Tell Betty to get her Black Law Dictionary. Yes, I did say black, not blacks. It is blacks. which explains why Betty called it black. Yeah, you're going to need to get that out and just read up on that. I don't know what it was. Anytime I saw Mel on that panel, and also Papercut Tina, I'm looking at these two women and I'm like, what do these women want? Why are they wasting their time with this loser every night? I mean, y'all do know that he's mostly bald, right? Like, his hairline is way past the point of receding. It's gone. I will say that while he massacres the King's English and is definitely not fluent in English, oh, by the way, Dolly, next time you do a title, I know this won't matter to you, but it matters to people like me who, you know, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure this is a concept. Punctuation, proper usage, etc. I think this is probably a 6th or 7th grade lesson. The next time you use the word to in a sentence, please make sure you're using the correct form of to, because to and too are different. You should have used too, which is also, you just use to. And I'm sure many people will think it's just a little nitpicky thing. I'm the grammar police. I am, and I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, all the people in my circle, in my real life, we all know which form of the to use. So I do not understand people that don't have enough pride to use basic English grammar usage. And I know punctuation is out of the question, so I won't even go there. I just saw the title and I was like, the title alone should tell you what you're in for. And I don't believe for 1 second it was just a typo, because he regularly massacres the King's English. Okay. Hey, Zen11, how you doing? Yeah. But what I was going to say is the only nice thing I will say about him, notwithstanding the fact that he does all that, I do enjoy his accent. So I can see where women may be drawn to the accent if the accent was wearing a paper bag over the everything from the shoulders up. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. It makes me fear for the well-being and the future of society to think that. I wish I could remember who said it. It might have been B. Tim. In fact, it was B. Tim. And he was speaking to the other man that was on the panel on Queen Bee's from last night. And I apologize, I can't remember who it was. But he was saying, I'm kind of paraphrasing it, but basically he's saying what I'm saying, that it's a shame that there are so many channels out there that nobody knows, nobody hears about, that are legit, good, fact-based, true crime, or whatever the genre may be. Because I would imagine this is not something exclusive to this genre. I don't know, maybe it is. But the fact that there are so many good people that are smart, that are well-spoken, et cetera, and nobody knows who they are. But you get these people that are absolute fucking blithering idiots. And yes, I did say that. If you combined their IQ points, you might get to one reasonably intelligent person. Kind of like Build-A-Bear. We're going to need to build an intellect. Oh, that's another one I want. If you use it, please give me credit at least once. Or no, never mind. I'll do this. I just copyrighted that. Build an intellect like Build-A-Bear for dumbasses. Oh, I love that. Yeah. But I agree very much. I don't understand. I mean, listen, I get it. Everybody likes a little bit of a train wreck, some drama. Okay. As a drive-by, perhaps. Steady diet? No. And it makes me question the acuity of the subs, their intellectual capacity, because how smart could you be to think that people who repeatedly are wrong in their assertions on these cases, like how many people has Betty declared dead that haven't even been found? Oh, the London girl. Now I'm going to have to go back and see who we're talking about. Oh, Camilla and Charles. Oh, yes, fairy dust. Build an intellect. Build a bear for dumbasses. Oh, goodness. Yes, oh my God, that's a perfect. Y'all, I'm going to buy a lotto ticket because some very interesting, like little serendipitous things have happened twice now. I saw London Girl said that comment, and the very next thing that I was going to talk about is a changing of the guard on the what do they call themselves? Turtles? Snapping Turtle Island. We're having a changing of the guard. We're having lots of tragedy pimps down. Woo! The air is already like lighter and fresher and smells better. Yes, it is. I haven't really caught up with Betty too much this week. I did watch Headstones and Headlines yesterday, where she was just doing commentary about some. Well, Betty is the easiest thing in the. Listen, I used to send Prayer Garden. Well, not really, but it was my running joke that I should send her a fruit basket for all the good she did for my channel. And Betty, I'm thinking Betty. Well, Betty's not worth a fruit basket, and by the looks of her, she doesn't eat fruit. Well, Prayer Garden probably doesn't either, but I should at least send Betty a thank you note. Of course, I'll have to use this stationery. It only has my first name on it. I have lovely cardstock with my monogram and then my, my full name. But, if I sent that to Betty, she would dox me. So I guess I should at least send her a little thank you note. Thank you for being the dumbass you are and giving us the gift that is you. Commentary that can take 2 hours based on 5 minutes, and we never ever have to watch ahead of time. That's like Prayer Garden, the next one we're going to move to. She's the same way. You can literally pretend you're, just do one of these, pretend you're on a map, and you do one of these, and we're going to Kentucky. That's how both of them are, especially Prayer Garden. She has these streams, these marathons, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. What could that dumbass talk about? Well, we know what she talks about. But the point is, you do not have to do any research. You don't have to do any prep ahead of time. You can just pick a spot, any spot, and because they never disappoint. Nope. Bye, Prissy. Have a good one. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Don't you all find it ironic that a guy who looks like he has never met a bar of soap has a soap business? Is it kind of like the low rent version of Lush? That's what I'm thinking it is. Anybody who's been to Lush knows what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. It is like it's like a sensory playground for unicorns and glitter and sparkle. Oh, everything looks like candy. Scrubs, soaps, bath bombs, what I'm sure I kind of just picture. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Yeah, Dolly just doesn't. Why soap? It just. I mean, it would be like me selling weed, vape pens, Bush Light cases. I don't know. I don't put him with soap. It's just, I don't know. It's just odd to me. But Running Bear, yes. How is that for irony? I love my irony. It's mighty ironic that this man child masquerading as an advocate for children while having a convicted for incest RSO in his abode. Make that make sense. And here's the thing. I can dance with, if this was just a family member who didn't live in his fucking house, I could dance with the argument, hey, listen, much like the rest of us are not responsible for what our grown adult family members do. But he must co-sign that because they share a bathroom. I'm assuming they share a kitchen. They share a living room that's probably got old sheets in lieu of blinds or curtains covering the windows. That would be my guess. I don't get it. What does he bring to the table? What he needs to bring to the table is some crayons. Luigi Lollipop, I believe you're right about how the soap started. I do remember It's a Mood said, and I believe she did all the heavy lifting on that. I think it was, my guess would be it was her business, probably her brainchild. She did all the real work. He sold it. And hey, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They were a couple and that's how they did it. But yeah, I don't believe for 1 minute that he's even bright enough to run a business. Not a business like that. I don't. But all you women that follow this guy, what is it going to take? All of us non-RSO people out here, all of us, reasonably educated, thinking people, yeah, you might give someone one pass on either a misdeed or a lie by omission type of deal. But the shit happens over and over and over. He needs, Dolly, find a support group. YouTube is not for you to cultivate nudes and cull desperate women who need attention. Can you imagine what his Grindr or Tinder looks like? My God. I mean, have you run through every woman or whatever it is you're into on on those platforms. That's what those are for. Why don't you get an OnlyFans? Woo! Boy, that would be a lonely account. I just don't get it. I mean, I didn't realize when I came to YouTube. Oh God, Texas Tiffany, that's so disgusting. I wouldn't be surprised, not at all. Menace to sobriety. I hear the ladies call Dolly the tripod god. I don't give a damn what he's working with. My God. I mean, listen, ladies, if that's all you're interested in, if that's the most important thing, not for me. I'm an aesthetics kind of person. I need the whole, I want to see the whole package. Or if it's hobbled together, the package, well, we gotta have more attractive than unattractive things and parts. God, I mean, it's just, wow, it's just mind-numbing. Running Bear, he's a beggar and uses women. He does. He's kind of like he gives me Ernie Shell vibes. I don't think he has quite the gift for gab that Ernie has. Dolly couldn't be a televangelist. Ernie could for sure. I don't know what it is with Dolly. I will say, before I knew anything about him, I would hear, bits of clips here and there. I do like his accent, and I think he can be funny. But enough with this shit, okay? I don't want to hear any more shit about, he's not this and he's not that. No, he's all those things. He's disgusting. He uses YouTube. He's like a fucking predator for nudes. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. How many women have to come forward before you idiots believe it? Hey, Nonsense. Hey, Val. Cheesy Wheezy. How you doing? Crazy Nurse. He is hysterical. Listen, I get it. I just, if he had everything else going on and he was entertaining and funny, and he didn't, I should have said didn't have all the disgusting, dirty laundry that comes along with him, I would have a better grasp on why women rock with him. I mean, there's an ass for every seat. I get it. But I just don't know. What's it gonna take? How many women? Look what he did to Savage's grandbaby. How vile. How vile. Which is why I say, the lower the intellect, the more explosive the response to situations and events. And I sure hope that all the people, well, I'll trust and believe that all the people who need to know about what he did, they know. I'm sure, including whoever it is that supervises his brother. I mean, let me tell you something. I don't give a damn who you are in my family. If you did something like that, I wouldn't let you park your fucking tent in my back nine. Okay? Much less share a kitchen with you. I can't even contemplate the bathroom. Hey, Pogs, how you doing? Night Owl. Doll Baby is vertically challenged. Well, I am too. But it's cute on me. It's not cute on a old bald leprechaun looking dude. A definite disability when trying to get intellect off the top shelf. Intellect off the top shelf. Does he think you can just like share, like that rubs off? I guess it kind of could, but probably not in his case. Yeah, I don't get the women that I don't understand it. Hey Chaos, how you doing? Oh, I have to show you guys something because you weren't here in the beginning. Hey, it's me, Amberly. How you doing? I'm going to show you what I knew I shouldn't have thrown my visual aid away so quickly. Oh, look, my big fat boy is sleeping on the floor. Hey, Looks, how are you? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just talk about these women over there that pay for wrenches. And I said this, if I have to pay for a wrench, you better make sure it comes in one of these. Can you see that? This is a Cartier pouch. My cartoon wrench better be in one of those. Just so we're all clear. Freaking idiots. It's so amazing to me. Listen, I've tried to be understanding. I've tried to put myself in the shoes of these idiot drooling women that sit over there and want to spend their time with someone who's got all the issues that he's got. And then y'all are paying his bills too. That really blows my mind. No. Not in my world, that's not how it works. Nope. The mail, no. I never understood why that Mel was over there every night. Like, damn, do y'all not have any men in England? And Mel, just remember what I said. If a short, balding leprechaun with a forked tongue is what you dig, we got plenty of them over here. And they won't even make you pay for your own Happy Meal when you go to McDonald's. Yeah, I don't get it. I do not get it. Yep, so last night I didn't get to hear it because I was pressed for time, but I am going to listen. Apparently, Joneson hosted the first ousted Dolly defected mods support group panel. If y'all want to come over here and tell your story, well, I mean, I'm probably not as nice as Joneson. I mean, I am if you really knew me, which you don't, but yeah, no, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be the one, but I promise I would try. I guess the important thing is, admitting you have a problem is the first step to solving your problem. What is Running Bear? The support group, No, I'm the boot camp support group. You go to Joneson when you gotta cry. Okay, you go over there, you cry. She's gonna probably rub your shoulder and tell you don't you worry, you're sweet, you're pretty, you're kind. There's a million fish in the sea, blah, blah, blah. You come to me when you need your ass kicked, when you start to falter, okay? When you start thinking, oh, I miss him so much. He was so good to me. He gave me free soap. He let me get a free Slurpee when it wasn't even Slurpee day. I mean, no, you come over here to me and I will kick your ass right back into reality. Because I don't really kick people's asses. I've never been in a fight in my life. I'm sure that's very hard to believe. Exactly, nonsense. You come over here when you need to hear the truth. And the truth hurts, bitches. You can't handle the truth. That's right. You just look at me as Jack Nicholson and the damn, well, you know, part Shining, part A Few Good Men. Oh my God, that should be the damn YouTube anthem. A few good men. We just need a few good men. I think they're all in this chat. Menace to sobriety. One of those ladies said they sent the receipts of his. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mean when he was allegedly doing the fucking horizontal tango with Betty? Oh, God, can you imagine? Woo! God, how foul is that image? Crazy Nurse, she's tough. Yeah, Crazy Nurse says we are tough love. I'm going to hold you down and scream at you, and she's going to give you a shot of Thorazine. Give you a little Ativan, intramuscular. Calm you right on down. Little milk of amnesia. You want a propofol chaser? Oh my God, these fucking people. I'm starting to think maybe we need to start doing like I kind of dig this morning thing. Maybe we should start having like YouTube court or something kind of like that. Wouldn't that be fun? I want to be the Judge Judy of Krama. Sign me up. That's me. But I'm way meaner than Judge Judy. I'm going to be Judge Judy cubed. And for those of you that didn't understand the title, like I'm sure all of Dolly's peeps, Shambles cubed is what that means. You know, the paren 3, close paren. Yeah, that does not mean that we're on 3 shambles. That means the shambles are multiplied by the shambles and are then multiplied by the shambles of the shambles, and we get shambles cubed. You got it. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? I think we should do that. Running Bear, I agree. I think that would be so much fun. Oh, apocalypse coming, ladies. At least get one who can hunt food. I'm not going to be that one, Val. Nope. Oh, listen, I'm going to be the one. I will make you a dress out of pine needles. Do we get to take a hot glue gun? We're not going to have any place to plug it in, though. What are we going to do? You know, I was saying yesterday in Queen Bee's when all this crazy shit was going down, I think I said in that chat, oh my God, I hope I don't have to start reevaluating my stance on doomsday preppers. Hey, Heels, how you doing? Sometimes women who are weirdo magnets can't see the dysfunction as abnormal. It's hard to escape a family of origin dysfunction. That is true, but I don't know. We're all we all come from dysfunction. Come on. I know what you're saying, and that definitely accounts for some of them. But I mean, are they also like dysfunctionally visually impaired? What, like, you can get listen, there are a lot of funny men in this world that don't have all that shit they're dragging with them to the party. I mean, I'm sorry. Smoke, fire. There's just been too many women who have come out. And I'm not saying that, I'm not co-signing what any of them have said because I don't know any of them. I don't know him. But I do know that nobody is a target of that much untrue allegations. Not in my mind. And let's not forget, since we are going to have this Heels in the Air, I said before you came in, I think that I want to be like Judge Judy of Krama every morning. I think we should do it. I'm taking applications for whoever would like to play prosecutor that day. I'm sure we're going to have to appoint a public defender. Oh my God, this could be so good. I'll just randomly pull somebody out of the chat and say, you have been chosen to get your legal education in 35 seconds in a box on YouTube, much like Bull Scorn Betty. Yes, and you'll get to be the defense attorney, and we'll just hash over. Oh my God, this is actually all coming together up here. I won't even need to watch all the shit. You guys will just present your argument. And then I will find them guilty or not. And they're, well, I have to at least keep the appearance of being impartial. You guys, I'm so far behind on the comments, I can't even laugh. Running Bear, yeah, that's me. Guilty, everybody's guilty. And if we really hate your guts, then you get Betty as your lawyer. Betty is all the characters. She doesn't even have to play. Oh, laugh with me, Lily. Hi, I'm so glad you could make one. I'm sorry you can't sleep. Yeah, so I think that's a great, I think that's a really good idea. That would be so much fun. And I totally forgot what I was talking about before that. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, hell, what time is it? I'm late for my other live. I want to take just a little bit of a break before we get into Prayer Garden. Sorry, you guys, I'm just reading the chat. Oh, Cheesy Weezy, absolutely. Yeah, if you get Betty, you better just go ahead and plead guilty. And we're not having, well, I don't know, maybe we'll have no contest. We are damn sure having one affirmative defense is going to be guilty by reason of insanity. Yeah, we got an overabundance of that around here. I really think that's a good idea, and I might start doing it. And whoever wants to show up for court, show up, and we'll I'll find everybody guilty. And I'm serious. I think this could be a lot of fun. And I love the fact that I will not have to watch. And if you need to present evidence more than just telling me on panel, you will pull up timestamps on videos. I don't know. It sounded like a lot of fun. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. We're going to end this one. I'm going to take the dog out. I'm going to heat my freezing cold coffee up. And then I'm going to come back in here and we're going to drag YouTube's favorite illiterate viper, Prayer Garden of America. Yeah, Midnight in the Prayer Garden of Dumb and Evil. Yep. PG, I got edible arrangements on speed dial, so don't you worry. Well, we're getting there. But I just need to take a short break, and I will. Hey, Rhett's mom, 1160. Members of the press. Well, hell yes. All you have to do is just, write whatever you can find, an index card, a sticky note, whatever. Just pin it on your shirt, and I'll know that you're a member of the press. And it helps if you're also only semi-literate and fluent in the English language. Crazy Nurse, I agree. She's a vicious bitch. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna change the time real quick on the other thumbnail. Let's see, it's 11:55. Let's say 12:30. I'm coming back to do Prayer Garden. And that one we're using video clips. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. I had a great time. Oh, but don't you worry. If you think this was fun, make sure you're here for Prayer Garden Part 1. I mean, hell, she's like Betty. She's the gift that always gives, that you have to do no research for, nothing. Because Prayer Garden on her best day, if I have indulged in cocktails the night before and the SS Patron has run aground and I had to crawl in here, I would still be on my very worst day. I'm more skilled than she ever has been or ever will be. So, and I've stayed away from Prayer Garden, but she's been really heinous lately. And I also have thoughts about, I'm going to play the clip of her and Dawn from a few nights ago. And then we'll play a little bit of what, you want to talk about who are you people? And like, I guess I'm sorry that you have sunk to a level in your life where you want to spend your time with that illiterate viper. But like I said, an ass for every seat, to each his own. Okay, 12:30. I'll be back and we're talking Prayer Garden. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. And we're going to play my fabulous exit. I will see you in a half hour.